fouls are the most common fouls in arm wrestling, therefore they require a precise review so that they are correctly assessed by the referees. An elbow foul is the loss of contact between the elbow and the elbow pad by lifting the elbow into the air or sliding off the pad. We talk about elbow slip when the tip of the elbow exceeds the edges of the elbow pad in either direction. The referee must be sure that the tip of the elbow exceeds the edges of the pad, and it's not always a clearly protruding bone, especially for athletes with wide forearms. Moreover, many athletes arm wrestle on the edge of the pad. Referee needs to carefully observe the tip of the elbow in such a situation. In addition, when a competitor arm wrestles on the edge of the elbow pad, the pad often bends from its original shape. However, as long as the tip of the elbow doesn't exceed its border, it's not a foul. Referee should change the point of view to see if the tips of the elbow goes beyond the elbow pad or just bends it. In the case of lifting the elbow vertically off the pad, the referee must clearly see the space between the tip of the elbow and the pad, but the height to which the elbow is raised is not relevant. Any loss of contact with the pad allowing you to see the space between the pad and the elbow is a foul. On the other hand, the competitor's elbow can move freely on the pad, it doesn't have to be a smooth movement. Handshaking is also allowed. As long as there is no space between the elbow and the elbow pad, such movements are not considered as a foul. It's worth recalling that referee's eyesight has to be at the level of the elbow pad in order to properly evaluate elbow fouls. Observing the same situation from different angles shows how the position of the referee can affect the call. It's not a foul when the elbow is raised in the air but still above the elbow pad within its border and the competitor's tricep or forearm is in contact with the pad. It doesn't matter how high the elbow is raised as long as the tip of the elbow is within the borders of the pad. However, a foul will be given if the tip of the elbow exceeds the borders of the pad or if the competitor's tricep or forearm lose contact with the pad. An elbow foul will also not be given if a competitor's elbow loses contact with the pad but as a result of the opponent's deliberate action is pushed off the pad. In that case, the foul will be given to the competitor who intentionally pushed his opponent's elbow off the pad, not the one whose elbow loses contact with the pad. The referee must be convinced that this was an intentional action. It is important to observe the direction of the movement of the competitor's forearm pushing the opponent's elbow. Finally, it's worth mentioning that when both competitors make an elbow foul at the same time, the referee will stop the match, call a coincidental elbow foul, but won't give any foul to any competitor, only restart the match.